How's it going, y'all? Welcome back to Gear 101. So it's been a minute since I've done an updated like EDC video, and I've kind of had the itch. I did a little bit of stuff with GoWild, which is an awesome outdoors app that you all should probably check out if you haven't already. But that kind of got me in the mood to talk a little bit about EDC. I haven't talked about it for a while. I've been doing, cooking or archery and some random off-road stuff, and I built this channel on guns and EDC and just America, and I wanted to get back to that a little bit, so I'm going to have a few videos coming out. This one will be my full updated EDC, and then I'm going to have a couple of separate videos on each of those pieces. So first things first, let's knock out a couple of boring things. One being some kind of hank or handkerchief, whatever you want to call it, but I do have allergies and they suck, especially now with everything that's going on. You go into Walmart and sneeze, people's looking at you a little bit funny, so I got to keep that on me, Second thing is my wallet, and you are going to recognize this wallet if you've been around the channel very long. This is my card wallet from Primo, and Primo has actually stopped doing like retail leather work. He's actually a graphic designer now, so this might be worth some money someday. But in any case, he makes really good stuff. If he's still doing it and you can get him to make you something, I suggest it. He makes good stuff. But I have also recently ordered a Magpul card wallet. I'm going to try that. I haven't actually seen one of those in person, so I'm just curious to see how that is. So I'll let you know when I get that one in. Moving on to something that not everyone needs to carry, but if you do use it, it's nice to have a good one, and that is an ink pen. So with my job, I use an ink pen daily, probably hourly, honestly, and so a good pen is a must. And this is a Sharpie S-Gel 0.5 tip, so I like a fine point, and I like something that writes good. So it's a good pen, whatever. A pen's a pen, but a good one is nice to have. And I did just order a tactical pen. I've never had a tactical pen. Don't know if they're worth it, but I ordered one, so I'll let you know how that one goes. Moving right along to a dear friend and companion, that is the Kershaw Spline. And I have had this blade for about 2 years, and I have put it through the ringer, let me tell you, and it's held up. The speed assisted opening is starting to get a little bit slow, so when I say slow, it's really not working anymore. It's still super easy to kind of just flip your wrist and just kind of open it, just let it open on its own with the weight of the blade swinging it around. So I'm still using it daily. But I did just order a new EDC knife, and spoiler alert, it's a Kershaw Spline. I also ordered a couple more just to kind of test and compare and all that, so be looking for those videos to come out. But yeah, I went with another Kershaw Spline because for the money, 40 bucks, sometimes less. Like, you can check the link down below. You can get this thing for like mid-20s on Amazon. If you're looking for a pretty good EDC knife that's honestly well worth the money, definitely check out the Kershaw Spline. Moving right along to my flashlight, another dear companion that honestly is probably my favorite piece of kit. I was recently asked on a podcast from GoWild. They just launched a Gearbox podcast / YouTube series, so check out the GoWild App YouTube page for all of that stuff. They're doing a lot of gear stuff over there, and I mean a ton. So if you're into gear of any kind, check out that channel. I'll throw a link down below for that as well, because they are doing some cool stuff over there. But in any case, I was asked what my favorite piece of EDC gear was, and this was what I said. This was the Streamlight ProTac 1L1AA, and this literally is my favorite piece of gear because I've used it for like 2 years now with zero issues. Still just as bright as the day that I got it out of the pack. Looks a little worse for wear, but still super handy. It's got a 2-way clip, which is great. It is a programmable switch back here, 350 quality lumens, and the best thing is that it runs on one AA battery, which is huge to me, so I can't recommend this one enough. Next, we are going to talk about my firearm, just because that's the easiest way to go through this. Otherwise, I'd wait till the end to show you that, but it's easier to show you that before it is my belt, because I'm going to take my belt off, obviously. So the gun that I have on me most of the time, and I'll say 70 to 80% of the time, because the other 20 or so is a pocket holstered, like an LCP type gun. But the gun that I have on me most of the time is my Glock 43. This is a FDE model. So this is a gun that I have stippled myself. Doesn't look too bad, to be quite honest with you. I think I've done a pretty sweet job on it. but stippling on a gun of this size is pretty important to me because it does add quite a bit of grip, especially with sweaty hands. If you're shooting in the summertime, practicing whatever, it's nice to be able to hold on to it, so that's cool. I did add the Barracuda Tactical +2 mag extension base plate. They're really good. Like, I've had a few of their stuff before. It all seems to be really nice, and you know, I don't know, people's like, why you buy such a slim gun but then add a base plate? I'm just like, I don't know, it's just what I like. It works better for me. I can shoot it better. I don't feel like I'm losing any concealability because even with the pink extension mag, it's still about to right there. I don't know, it works for me. I like it. Again, this stuff is all subjective and this is just what I like. So try different stuff to find out what you like, but this is what works for me. And before you say get the Glock 43X, it's basically what I've got here. I did get the Glock 43X, and two things I didn't like about it. One was my fault because, you know, whatever. It had that silver slide, and that finish was garbage. Like, it was like coming off and rusting, and that's just not like Glock, so I didn't like that. The other thing is this trigger was better than that trigger, and you know, both stock Glock triggers, but you know as well as I do, some of them are better. So I had actually traded it for this gun, and I went back the next day and traded it back for my old gun. Because I like this one and it shoots good for me and I feel really confident with it. I still have stock sights on it, which people think is awful, but you know, I shoot good with them. For everything that I need, this gun works for me. It conceals really well. It's really accurate. I've never had any malfunctions with it. Take that back. I did have one malfunction with it that was the ammo related. I think it was like a squib load. So that's the only thing though. Other than that, never had any issues that was caused by the gun itself. So in the summertime, I do like to carry Appendix, and I'm carrying it in a GoHard, it's really hard to say, even harder to spell, GoHard holster. They are out of Louisiana. It's G-E-A-U-X hard, so like the French spelling of GoHard. Really good holster. I mean, most people that have decent molds are making good holsters now, so just find one that uses a good mold and takes the time to buff the edges, and you're going to be probably happy with it. But this holster is really good. I can definitely recommend it. Retention is really good. I like it. Works for me. It conceals well and it's comfortable. The other thing that I do typically carry if it's a little bit cooler out is outside the waistband, so like the Galco Combat Master. That's an excellent leather holster. They've also got a new Kydex, which is really good. Again, most of the Kydex manufacturers make a good holster because they're all using basically the same mold. And obviously you can't hold your gun up without a good belt. Well, you can, but it sucks. This is a Galco gun leather, just a leather gun belt. And the thing about these is they're stiffer than most leather belts. If you want to run a leather belt for your EDC, please don't go to Walmart and buy a $20 leather belt, because they're so droopy and soft and they stretch awful. That's the worst thing. At the end of the day, you've sweat in it or whatever, those holes stretch, everything stretches, and then it's like not holding your pants up, let alone holding your gun up. These are nice and solid, you know, they're pretty stiff. I like them. The other thing that I typically would wear would be a Blue Alpha Gear hybrid. So that's the, you know, the nylon belt with the reinforcement in it. It's actually stiffer than the leather and has zero stretch. So that's a really good option that I can definitely recommend. The last thing that I want to mention, because everybody's got one, is my phone. Now, this is not the newest phone by any means. This is an iPhone 7 Plus. So quite a few phones have came out since this one, but it's still a pretty darn good phone. It's a workhorse. All of my videos you see on this channel are edited with this phone. If you follow me on Instagram at Robinson Outdoors or on GoWild App at Robinson Outdoors, all those photos are edited with Lightroom with this phone, uploaded with this phone. So it works pretty darn good. I mean, I have no complaints with it. I mean, I have literally no reason to get a newer one because this one does everything I need it to do. So I tried to keep that video short and sweet and to the point, but I am kind of passionate about this stuff, so I get a little bit chatty when it comes to it. I hope you can appreciate an unbiased, honest review. Just giving you my opinion. I'm giving you the facts, the stuff that's worked for me over the years. That's my favorite kind of review to watch, so that's the one that I want to give you all. I don't want to do a paid review where I have to do all positive stuff. If a piece of gear is junk, I'm going to tell you that. So I hope you can appreciate that. And if that's the kind of review that you like to see, please give this channel a subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section what you think about it. What's your EDC? Because everybody is different. That's the great thing about it. And nobody's wrong. Like, if you're comfortable with it, awesome. You win. You're right. You're correct. And I'm comfortable with this. I'm correct. If you're carrying a Zig P365, cool. I don't like them. I can't shoot one for crap. They all shoot low for me. But whatever, you know, if you like it, you're right too. So that's the great thing about it. shoot what you like, carry what you like. If you're looking to purchase anything that you've seen today, and honestly, if you're looking to purchase anything at all that's on like Amazon, which most people shop on Amazon, please go to the description box and click those links. I have linked pretty much everything that I use, whether it be for EDC or photography, videography, archery, all that stuff is linked down there, and it's separated out so it's easy to navigate. If you click that link and go, purchase other stuff on Amazon, I still get a little kickback from that, which is cool because these aren't paid advertisements, these aren't paid reviews. I put a lot of time and work into these videos, editing and stuff like that, so I do appreciate when you do use those links, and whenever you leave likes and comments, all that stuff definitely helps. Not getting rich off of it, but every little bit counts for sure, so I do appreciate that. Again, make sure you're subscribed, and until next time, y'all be safe.